the bench. They're stuck. Mcavennie.
It's Cottee who stabbed it on. And Mcavennie has scored. It's a disaster for Liverpool.
Okay, everybody, how you doing? And welcome to the Mairsy Concept. And today we've got with us the famous, or is it infamous, Frank Mcavennie. I've been asking him, is it Frank or is it Maca? So I'll be calling him Maca for there. Maca,
right,
thanks for coming on. How's you?
I'm good. I'm very good. Can't complain when it's this lockdown. You know, just as well I like the missus, isn't it?
Well, listen, I'm actually not a football fan, Frank. I'm really a boxing man myself for there, but your name just crops up everywhere. I mean, you're famous here, you know. Everybody, a couple of guys in my gym, they've got down here to ask a couple of wee questions. And my clients here, Graham, says that, you know, Celtic and Rangers fans just love this guy. He's absolutely brilliant.
I'd like to think across the divide. I'm a bit like my old pal Coisty crosses the divide because you Rangers. You know, I love Celtic and everyone knows I'm a Celtic supporter, and that's why I don't, you know, when you go to Rangers or that because of any religious or anything crap like that. Just I'm a Celtic supporter. Yeah. You know, it wasn't because of the club. You know, it wasn't because of, you know, anything to do with Rangers. And Coisty's the same. Coisty when you go to Rangers because he go to Celtic because a Celtic Rangers supporter. That's who I think that's the way it is. It's just I'm very, you know, I'm honest and and my dad took me as a wee boy. You know, I suppose they got a lot younger on their own now, but my dad took me all the way through my teens and all that, Stephen. So I was used to go with my uncle and all that, and was priest gone. Sometimes the priest gone to the big games. The priest get free tickets and all that. So he used to meet up. It was I just loved it. You know, it was
all my family Celtic supporters. You know, but I think I was only one that just never took to it. I just never took to football at all. Never once took to football, one single bit. It's never my sport. But listen,
it's one thing you've got to love it. You've got to love it.
I know.
But you found your niche and.
Aye.
Boxing, so.
Aye, definitely. Well, listen, I see you were born in Glasgow. I came to Glasgow myself. I came for the shows. How did it feel growing up in Glasgow?
Yeah.
I came for the shows.
I was brilliant. I got brought up in the Milton, and going to be honest with you, Stephen, back in the day, Milton was brilliant. Yeah, it was great. All my neighbours were brilliant. The doors. I know people keep saying this, and you know, I keep thinking, but it wasn't that long ago. People, you know, the doors, all the neighbours looked after each other. My mum would go and work, and the neighbours would look after me.
You know, what I was talking about the other day, there was the time you could leave a wash in it, and if it was raining, you would take it in for you, fold it up, and say,
if it started raining, the neighbours would take it in. Now they take it in, but they don't get it, they keep it.
They'll give it back, depends. Hey, all these brands, they don't bring it back in. Well, your football career there, you know. So I see you turned professional with St Mirren. Would that have been a first choice for you?
No, well, I'll tell you what it was. I never played football when I was a boy because I used to go to Celtic games and you know, and Celtic used to play Saturdays every week. Everybody played. I was just junior, so I used to go and play, and I'd get, you know, the game was cancelled, and that's how I get picked up. I went and played for my mates, and there was some boys there. There were some scouts there watching a boy, and I ended up playing against them, and the scouts wanted to sign me, and that's how it happened. Yeah, it was right out of the blue. Right, I didn't think, you know, I was just a supporter. Yeah, and I went to Johnson Borough, and I signed for Johnson Borough because they gave me 500 quid, and I was skint, and it was brilliant. I had a great weekend. started working the Monday, and they got me a job, which was tremendous for a junior outfit. Yep. And within a year, I was in St Mirren first team, so it all happened very quickly for me. Yeah. But it wasn't a case of my first choice. Bertie Auld was my idol at Celtic when I grew up, and he was a manager at Partick Thistle. And I went and trialled there, and he told me I wasn't good enough. Yeah. So, he may have been a wonderful player, but I've never let him forget it.
Well, I remember the picture up my wall. He Bertie Auld, you know. I think I was only doing that because my brother had posters, you know. And I remember back then, you know, there was no blue tack or whatever. And I can always remember it. I was actually talking about this story not long ago. and I put a picture up, and it was Bertie Auld, and you had Bobby Lennox and all that, you know, and I was putting them up with.
Yes.
I'd not just stick them on the Bobby, I used to stick them on the Bobby Butter.
Yeah.
And used to say to my mate, he says, you know, any blue tack? And I said, I had blue tack in the days, you know, but Bertie Auld.
Toothpaste works as well. Toothpaste works just as well.
Well, listen, Celtic, was Celtic a dream signing? Was that like a, wow, what was that like for you?
Well, I was 5 years at St Munster, Stephen, and I had a couple of offers to move before that. But, you know, it's like, I suppose in boxing, if you're not ready to step up, there's no point stepping up and getting battered.
Yep.
So, So in football, I knew I wanted to go to England because I wanted to play against the best.
Right.
And that's where the best were.
Right.
And but I didn't go down because I wasn't ready. I didn't want to go down and sit on the bench just to get more money. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I ended up going to West Ham for very little more money than what I was on at St Mirren.
Right.
You know, obviously they were paying for my flat and all that kind of stuff. But in terms of money, it was only £100 more than what I was on at St Mirren. It wasn't a case of that. I had a lot of confidence in my own ability. And I decided to go down, and I went down. And West Ham I knew about. West Ham. West Ham were a team that, even a jock knows that West Ham won a World Cup for England. You know, there's three West Ham players in it.
Yep.
You know, Martin Peters, Jeff Huston, Bobby Mair. And I'd met Bobby. So it was he's a wonderful person. He was a wonderful person, God rest him. But yeah, so for me to sign for West Ham was not, there was no arguments. There was no, and I'm going to be honest with you, the manager was there. He sat and spoke to me for about an hour. And he was just telling me how much he wanted me, what he wanted me to do and all that. And you know what it's like in any walk of life. When you've got a manager that wants to, is telling you what they're wanting from you and you've got this vision, it's very easy.
Yep. Do you know, I've got down here, you know, when did you become, or when did you think you became a household name? But I see your interview when you were on Terry.
Sorry, you broke up there.
I'm sorry there, Frank. I'm saying when did you think, or when did you know that you became a household name? Now I was watching it. I was watching an interview with Terry Wogan, and you said it just went.
Well, I realised on a Sunday. I'll tell you what it was. I used to go out a lot, and I never stopped going out a lot. Still do it. But you know what I mean. It was when I was playing, and I never went out. A lot of people say I used to go out Friday nights and score 2 on a Saturday. It's a lot of nonsense, but I always, there was the contract, it was written in your contract, 40 hours, you can't have a drink 40 hours before a game, so I used to stick with that. And I was a professional, you know, all the boys that tell you I trained. I did train, and you don't get to the heights where you get to if you don't put the shift in. But it was one of these situations, there was no TV in England, so I was scoring all these goals, Stephen, and nobody was watching it, because there was a ban. Because we were arguing about, I think it was 50 grand or something. The TV companies, I mean, if you think that nowadays. So there was a ban, and I could go out on a Saturday night and nobody bothered me because the West Ham fans knew who I was. Yep. And maybe the football fans knew who I was, but not, certainly not the media. And then I went on the Wogan show, and there was 23 million people watching it. And I was the top goal scorer in the Premiership. Right. I was just about to make my Scotland debut in November and 85, and I went on with Dennis Law, and you know, and Dennis is a wonderful character, and so we had a good laugh. Right. He made me feel at ease, you know, and I don't know why I was nervous, but 23 million people, when you think about it, it's an awful lot of people. Aye. And I realised my life had changed. I played on the Saturday, went out on the Saturday night, and the Saturday night I was at a nightclub, one of my favourites, God rest him, Peter Stringfellow's club, and all the press were outside waiting on me, and I'm going, what are they waiting on me for? Because I'd been there every week previous, but it was only the sport press that knew who I was. The media didn't know, so they were all waiting on me. And my mum was going to Australia on a Sunday, and this is where I realised my mum was going to Australia on a Sunday. She flew from Glasgow down to Heathrow. She had a 3-hour wait or 4-hour wait, so I says, right, I'll come and meet you. And we'll go for a bit of lunch, and I'll take a bit of lunch in the airport. She went, right, brilliant. So she got it all arranged that she could come out and meet me. And I walked through the airport, and on a Sunday, and old ladies were coming up and asking for my autograph, and and men, and there was no mobile phones in the day, so
Yep.
it was cameras,
Mhm.
and of course there are a lot of people with cameras at the airport. So I was getting my photos took with a lot of people, and I realised that on the Sunday morning or Sunday at lunchtime, I'd sobered up Saturday night, but Sunday lunchtime I realised my life had changed.
Yep. Did you like the title of Playboy?
It didn't bother me.
No bother you at all, that? No. I see that quite a lot when I've done a wee bit of research on you.
The only thing that bothered me, the only people that really bothered me was my teammates, and they thought the world of me, and they thought, I never let them down, and that's what I cared about.
Yep.
They knew I wouldn't let them down, so everyone else can have a concept about me and an idea about me, whether it's right or wrong. It's great. It's great reading.
Well, no, as I say that,
I'd like to have done that. Stephen, I'd like to have done half of the things I'm supposed to have done.
But that's a grapevine, isn't it? That's a grapevine. Who was the most influential person you've ever met?
My dad. Without a doubt, my dad. My dad was brilliant to me. And then when I went to West Ham, there was two managers. Ricky McFarlane was good to me. It was good for me at St Mirren, but Ricky wasn't really a manager. Ricky was a physio who took over as a manager.
Mm-hmm.
He was brilliant, which meant I couldn't fake an injury on a Monday because he was a physio.
Right.
So when he was a manager, so he'd go, right, okay, just go for a wee run. I'd go, no, I'd rather go with the boys. But Ricky was good for me. He gave him my under 21. He put me in the under 21s for Scotland. He gave him my first. So he was a wee bit of a. But the major first guy was John Lyall.
Yep.
John Lyall was just. Stephen, if I was to tell you that we've done stuff in the 80s that they're doing now, and everything, the pep and leading from the front and all that, we've done that in the 80s.
Yep.
We didn't call it anything.
Yep.
Now it's this high press and all that kind of nonsense. They've got names for everything now.
Yep.
When we played at West Ham, I was the trigger. When I went, everyone went behind me. We closed them down. We took the ball off and we scored 9 out of 10.
Yep.
And that's how it worked. But I was the trigger.
Okay, here's a question for you. Some folk might know this answer. I don't know this answer, but I'm going to ask you, Frank. You might turn and say different position, but being a striker. How would you compare yourself against Henrik Larsson?
Oh God, well, Henrik was more a similar player, whereas in respect that he wasn't an out-and-out striker. I mean, he could score goals for fun. Don't get me wrong. But your out-and-out strikers, your Gary Linekers that I played with, your Andy Walkers when I played at Celtic, your Tony Cotties when I played at West Ham, out-and-out striker. Didn't want to do anything else. Whereas Henrik wanted to get involved. So he could, like me, I used to come short if I wasn't involved. But John Hartson played with Henrik. He would hold the line, or Chris Sutton and Henrik would come short. So we could have played together. I've no got honest to God, haven't got a thought in my mind that we could play together, because good players can play with each other, I think.
How would Celtic the day compare to Celtic back in your day? Celtic the day, with the science, nutrition and everything, how would it compare? Going back to your day.
I think you know what? I think the boys I played with, especially not the second time, but the first time, the Centenary boys, I think it'd have been hard to beat, Every one of the Centenary boys, this is what I think, every one of the Centenary team had the brute strength and the arrogance and the will to win that Scott Brown's got at the moment. So but we had that in abundance. A lot of the players in the team, I don't see that. When I lost the ball, I ran and fought, and all the team fought to get it back, and then we argued.
Right.
They don't do that now. Lose the ball, nobody shouts at each other except Scott. Scott shouts at people. I know he's a captain, but we had 10 captains outfield players. So I hated it. If I lost the ball up front, Mick McCarthy and Roy Aitken, my God, that wasn't a good place to go in at half time. If I kept losing the ball and getting the ball away, and it was coming back at the defence, Tommy Burns, Mick, Roy, my God, they let you know. And that's what we were. I mean, and I can see, I know Scott. I know Scott well. So every one of your team had that dogged.
Well, see you had the European Cup winners of '67 playing the team today. Who would you bet to win?
67.
What would make that different? What would make that different? Is it mindset?
Every one of them were natural ability. It may be a close game. I think the boys are all about 80 now, aren't they? No, I'm not kidding.
I hope they hear this. I hope they hear. Tag everybody.
No, I'm going to be honest with you. It'll never happen again, the boys, it's the 67 boys, but
Right.
they were, I mean, everyone talks about, you know, Marapchik, who was a wonderful player, and he trapped the ball over the back of his backside. Very old done that. Very old done that years ago. Can you imagine boys like Berry? I mean, just to look at boys like Berry, Bobby Murdoch. Now, I just look at the team. I go, my God, you know, they would run over the top of most teams. You know, and they might not have the ability that the boys have got, but I don't see a lot of ability. I just see a lot of. What do I see now? I see a lot of effort. I see a lot of fit boys, a lot of athletics. It's all fit.
Will they win 10 in a row?
Aye, oh God, aye. I don't want that. And,
well, think Gerrard's the man for Rangers.
Listen, I think where they are at the moment, they've done very well. I mean, they've got money in for Europe. They've got money in. It's a hard ask to beat Celtic without. You know, listen, they've spent a lot of money, but they've bought a lot of duds, to be honest with you. But you've got to look at them someday. I don't think Rangers have got the system that Celtic have got. You know, Celtic have got. They've been there for years. They've been there, seen it done. I know they've got a room there. They can press a name in, and every player in the world comes up. And so they have an idea, and then they go and watch them, and they go and watch them for 3 or 4 times. So they don't make as many mistakes in buying players as what Rangers do, because Rangers haven't got that system in place. So I don't see Rangers. You know, I don't see them coming back this year. Listen. We were fortunate when I played with. See, when I played with Celtic the first year when the centenary team, Stephen, Rangers were better than us. They were a better team. But Billy McNeil, who was the other guy that influenced my life so much, you know, he bought players that were all Celtic supporters, a bit like the Lisbon Lions team. We were all Celtic supporters. So see what they had in ability. We had Mair, Hart than them. So we very seldom get beat. We were scoring goals in the 91st minute and all that, because that was us. We were all Celtic supporters.
Well, Frank.
You know, and I think you need that. And I don't think Rangers are bringing that. I think they've got that. They're bringing decent players in, like Hadji and all that, and he's kidding on. He knows what it's all about, and not a lot of nonsense, you know. It's like you know, he's never been to Glasgow, and he's telling. I mean, Steven Gerrard walked in the first week. And the first week he walked in, and I know Stephen, I met him a few times, wonderful player, wonderful character. And he's walked in the first week, he says, the referees are always against us. And I thought, you've only been here a week. So that's somebody filling his head full of nonsense, and he doesn't have to get in that road because, you know, he's a good character in his own right, so he didn't have to do that. So,
well, listen, Frank, who is Frank Mcavennie? I mean, see, before you jumped into the football and before you became in the limelight, would you say that the character you were before the football is the character you are, the way people know you as just now?
No, I'm very shy, actually, when it comes my missus, when I met my missus, she said to me, she's the first girl I've ever met, said to me, she went, you've got an alter ego. And it was one of them when I'm talking to her, I'm Frank, when I go to Macca. There's 2 different people. So, you've got to, because when I met her, I said to her, look, I'll never refuse an autograph. I'll never refuse a photograph. It's going to be my life till I go till I die. I'll go to Celtic functions. I'll go to West Ham functions. And that's part of my life. So I know
quite a few people.
She goes with it, you know. She accepted it, and she's been brilliant. You know, she carries a pen about it for me.
Well, I know a few people that's been to a few your dinner nights and all that, and do you know they speak so highly. It's like I'm doing my research a wee bit here, you know, and I've yet to find one thing where it's been rubbish. As one of my guys says, you know, Celtic and Rangers love this guy. Both sides. He's just one of the guys. He's absolutely likeable and everything about him. and I've been watching quite a lot of your stuff on the YouTube there, and it's really, really good. You know, it's good watching it. You know, slating this and slating that, but you know, I got another wee question in here, and somebody was asking, what advice would you give to a player going from a Scottish club to a bigger club, like say maybe down south or abroad?
I think a lot of people in today's game go for the wrong thing. They go for money.
Right.
I think if you're good enough, the money will come. So if you're going to go to a club, you want to go and make sure that you're walking into that team.
Right.
That you're ready to go into that team. Don't go and sit on anybody's bench.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't. It's not me.
Yep.
It's I want to play. I want to play 90 minutes plus, and you know, we were at West Ham. We played 3 games a week for a month. Monday, Saturday, Monday, and Wednesday for a month.
Yep.
And they're moaning nowadays. We just wanted to play football, and there was only 14 players at the time in the squad. But it was. I just think I would never get in for money. As I say, I told you what I went down to West Ham for.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I wouldn't go to Man United or Liverpool if I didn't think I was going to get in the team.
It was reported that you went to West Ham for 1.5 million.
Second time.
Right, 1.5 million. How did it feel getting a cheque like that? How did that feel? So you never go on it?
I wouldn't. Listen, if somebody gave me $1.5 million cheque, I wouldn't be here.
Oh, I'm thinking that's just all yours too, right?
No.
Bob, just give him that. That says.
Oh no, God no.
Right.
No, that's what the club's got. That's what Celtic got.
Right. Well, that just shows you.
I done all right. To be honest with you, West Ham, they were getting relegated, but I knew they were getting relegated.
Right.
I could have went to Arsenal.
Right.
Who were going to win the league, I had the choice to go to Tottenham. And I'm back at West Ham because I'm a loyal person, you know, I'm very loyal. John was like my dad. And I would do anything for John, I'd do anything for Bully. So there was no question. I just wanted to, and I knew I didn't have to, you know, when you sometimes you go, I had a wee thought with Celtic, and you know when you go down, you get so disillusioned with things, and I wanted to go somewhere that I didn't have to prove myself again. Right. I just had to go and be me.
Yep.
And that was West Ham, and it's.
Who's the best player you've ever played beside?
Beside.
Yep. Played with.
My idol was Kenny. My idol was Kenny Dalglish.
Right.
So when I got in '77 when Kenny left, I was in tears. My dad was like, "Smart way." I'm going. I thought Kenny was the best thing ever, you know. Right. So then to become his teammate in Scotland, then become a pal, and I can phone him up now. It's embarrassing, you know. Wee boy from Malton. But Kenny used to live in Malton as well, so it's 2 boys from Malton.
Yep.
So I played against Cruyff, which was I was friends with George Best, which was I never get to play with Jinky, but I knew Jinky.
Right.
But for me, there's 2 guys, apart from strikers. Paul McStay was world class.
How do you rate Jinky against the international players? Like, you know, how do you rate him?
Superb. You know, that's some of the stories, because that was brilliant. When I went to Celtic in the 80s, late 80s, they boys were all about the place, Stephen.
Mm-hmm.
When I signed my first game, I'm walking out, Billy McNeil held me back, and wee Jinky appeared. And he came for the stand, didn't see me in the tunnel just before him out to wish me all the best, man. I'm thinking, you know, that's what Celtic's all about. Yeah. And I was so pleased that it just calmed me right down, you know. Mm-hmm. And I was laughing because he gave me a cuddle and he says, just go out and enjoy yourself, wee man. Yep. And Jimmy was there and I was up to
Brilliant.
So that was Jimmy. But I watched Jimmy. I remember, you know, I watched him for the 67 era, so I watched him. Yeah. He socks to his ankles and goodbye. And even though Henrik was such a good player, when they were voting, I thought Henrik was going to get it because of the younger generation supporters. Yeah. But I'm so pleased that Jimmy won the best player ever for Celtic because he was. I mean, he was. But the gaffer used to say, when we were knackered, we used to get a boy Jimmy, and he would keep it for 20 seconds, 30 seconds. And that's a long time. Yep. Football. Yeah. When you're needing a wee breather, just get Jimmy and he'd goodbye players and go back and beat them again and you know, all that kind of stuff. Or he'd take it to corner, keep getting through ones. Well,
Billy McNeil and Brendan Rodgers, is there a difference there?
Well, for me, I don't know, Brendan. Brendan says that it was quite embarrassing, actually. I was at a Celtic that played a year night, and they asked him when was his defining moment that he became this big Celtic supporter, and he says, when Macca scored in the 88 Cup final, he says, Celtic's like a fairy tale. It always has been. It's legendary club, and it's built on, you know, the history of the club, and it's always like a fairy tale stand. Like centenary year, we knew we were going to win it, but it was so hard because, as I say, how good Rangers were.
Mm-hmm.
And every team, every player, top player for England were in Rangers. Soon as Francis, Butcher, Woods, Graham Roberts, the Trevor Stephen, the Mark Walters, David Cooper was still there, Coisty. I mean, what a team.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was Celtic, this fairy tale club. So for me, it was Billy McNeil. Billy McNeil for me was everything that Celtic is all about. You know, he is Mr. Celtic.
Yep.
You know, and before he died, right up to the end, I was calling him Gaffer. Still will.
Yeah.
Good.
That's good to hear. How do you cope with being famous? Do you regard yourself as being famous?
No, not at all.
You're famous.
No, I don't, honestly. I get embarrassed. Listen, I know a lot of people. When I get into West Ham, there's a lot of people. I did that TV thing with Russell Brand, and it was brilliant because Russell's got about 3 million followers on Twitter. And he's making tea for me and all that kind of stuff. He's running because he's a big West Ham fan.
Mm-hmm. Well, listen, I know we want to go and talk about it. I thought, and you said at the start there, I could put a wee bit in about it, but just your thoughts on Only an Excuse. What's your thoughts on the programme there?
I thought, listen, they've done me for 30 years. I thought when I grew up, it was brilliant. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. I thought Johnny was great. Phil Difford was the writer, and I thought it was good. And I actually found out about Where's the Birds, where it came from. I had a bar and all that, and I was asking my brother, where was the girls? They were in for interviews. Some girls were in for interviews. I was doing something else. And that's how it became. And it was funny, Stephen. It really was funny. But I think over the years, especially in the last 5 years, it sort of panned out a bit. And started doing politicians and this, and it was all football, and that's what the programme was all about. Yeah. And I thought Johnny was great. I think my character was brilliant. Mm-hmm. But I just think it sort of there was no good catches in it. You know, there's some wonderful ones. Like I think the last funny one was with who was it? Andy Murray, Judy Murray. And, you know, and
do you think do you think
he says, you ever jump on it? And he says, "Don't know what she look like." You know, I think that was the last.
But do you
funny
think
one that I've seen?
Do you think it demeans you?
No. I thought no. Listen,
Mm.
I seen Johnny in the West End a couple of weeks ago. I've not got a problem when I talk about Johnny. It's not a personal thing. When I talk about the
do they need you?
I would just like to see them. I'd like to see if they want to, if it's continuing, bring in younger people to write. You know, I think Phil's still writing it.
Uh-huh.
And guys getting played out, and you know, and
did they
get young people in because they've got so much now that they can do.
But do they not need your permission for that, Frank? Does that not work that way, no?
I wish there'd a penny for every time somebody says "Where's the Birds?" But honestly, God, it's no me. And people say to me, "Go and say it when I'm videoing," and I'm going, "But I never said that." It's no me. It's Johnny Watson.
Aye.
The concept. It's two different characters.
Well, see, the thing is, no being a football fan, and you know, everybody knows me that way, you know. Because a few folk could say to me, "God, you're not a football fan. What are you going to say to this guy?" You know. And if what other folk are saying, it's him that takes her. You know, it's he takes her. You know. But when I'd heard that statement and I saw a wee bit on the telly, you know, but a few folk had said that's just not really him. That's no. That's just
it's great. I wish I'd what do you call it? Patent it.
It would be. Listen, last question for you, Frank. Who is Frank Mcavennie? Who is Frank Mcavennie?
Do you know what? I've never changed. I'm a wee boy from Malton.
Yep.
And I was lucky. I was in the right place. You know, I was in the right place, the right time. Yep. I was lucky. You know, and people say, "Oh, you need to win a lottery and all that." I won the lottery when I played football. That was me. You
Yep.
know, and I've got a wonderful life. The amount of people I've met, these pop stars, actors, Jack sitting drinking with Jack Nicholson. I mean,
Yep.
do me a favour, you know.
Yep.
and a wee boy from Malton, and you know, my life's been tremendous, and it's still tremendous. I'm still loving it, still living life to the full.
Yep.
I'll never change.
You feel that energy for you. You can totally feel that energy for you, because I'm going to be honest with you, Frank. I'm an amateur podcaster, you know, and my mate says, "Why would you say that? Just say you're a pod." I like to be as real as possible, you know. And I says, I've got Frank Mcavennie coming on. I mean, this is the highest level somebody I've ever had on my podcast.
Listen, Big Joe Egan tells you to do something.
Are you not doing a charity about him? But the thing is, it's good because see, coming on and you talking away. One of my other clients, you know, they've been to a few of your dinners and all that, and they said, you know, this guy will just take care, make you feel at ease, and you have done that, Frank. You know, and
no problem, Stephen.
Oh, but listen, I just want to say for everybody, and everybody's going to be watching this as well, I can't thank you enough for coming on, Frank. I totally appreciate it. I appreciate your time, you know, because I know that you're probably doing this and probably doing that, you know. But it's you've made my day by doing it, Frank. And I was nervous, but you've calmed me doing it. So
Stephen, not a problem, pal.
I'm not going to come across as one of these guys that goes, "Hey, no problem."
No,
I'm really happy.
Stephen, not a problem.
Come on, Frank. Be there. So listen.
Absolute pleasure.
Everybody, thank you very much to Frank Mcavennie on the Mairsy Concept, and we'll have this uploaded as soon as possible.
Cheers, Stephen.
Thanks very much, Frank.
Take care, buddy. Thank you.